Johnny, do you think society's being dumbed down, deliberately dumbed down? Are we getting dumbed down, Johnny? Are we getting dumbed down? I think we are. I don't know whether it's a deliberate act, but who knows what they're bloody teaching at school? What are they teaching at school?
Public schooling is viewed as one of the shining lights of the modern Western world. Who could question the value of an institution that provides free and compulsory education for all? But as with many institutions of our day, the textbook picture of how the institution should work greatly diverges from the reality of how it does work.
I mean, are they being taught about history and all that sort of stuff, or has it all been whitewashed and we can't talk about this and we can't talk about that? So at the end of school life, kids don't know any fucking thing? Oh, come on, Johnny, that can't be right.
Noam Chomsky echoed this sentiment, writing in his book Understanding Power. Given the external power structure of the society in which they function, the institutional role of the schools, for the most part, is just to train people for obedience and conformity, and to make them controllable and indoctrinated. To some, this may sound like heresy.
Johnny, schools are supposed to teach people how to be smarter, aren't they? Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Now, Ms. Jacoby quotes Thomas Jefferson to begin her Age of American Unreason. Jefferson, 1816. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, it expects what never was and never will be, which...
What in modern schooling is confusion. Everything taught is out of context. As the teacher, I teach the unrelating of everything. I teach disconnections. I teach too much. The orbiting of planets, the law of large numbers, slavery, adjectives, architectural drawing, dance, gymnasium, singing, assemblies, fire drills, computer languages, parent nights, staff development days, pull-out programs, standardized tests, and...
I mean, there's a whole bloody list of books that have been banned, Johnny. Yes, banned. Oh, that's bullshit. They were required reading back in the day, Johnny. How can you go through your whole school life and not read bloody To Kill a Mockingbird or bloody 1984 or... That was in bloody high schools for fucking 50 years. I mean, do you mean to say that there's a deliberate bloody... But for some reason or another, Johnny, for political correctness or whatever, these books are being taken off the bloody curriculum. But Johnny, for dumbing down, Johnny, dumbing down in America, in the US, there are people over there who definitely, absolutely, categorically agree that the bloody joint is being dumbed down on purpose.
We've discussed this a couple ways. I have questions, but let's just start with your thoughts.
Look, one of the most shocking statistics that I've seen of late is that 54% of American adults between the ages of 16 and 74 read below a 6th grade level. Below a 6th grade level. So that means that we have an epidemic of illiteracy in this country, an epidemic of people not understanding basic concepts. And part of what we're witnessing...
Oh, Jesus, have a listen to that.
Parents to be expert educators even when they haven't gone to school and trained to do that, but also to systematically undereducate the public, because if you make people ignorant, then it becomes much easier to control them, much easier to implement these forms of autocracy.
And here in Australia, Johnny, we tend to mirror what happens in the US. Whatever happens to them over there, it eventually happens to us. I mean, so if they're getting dumbed down, we're probably getting dumbed down, and the people in Europe are probably getting dumbed down.
It's been that way for 2 hours. The tension is just beginning. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
And have a listen to some of these bloody answers in the US, for Christ's sake.
$1 if you can name any continent.
I don't know. I don't know what continent. If I did, I would say it.
What century are we in? 20? Yes. If you're driving 60 miles an hour and you drive for 1 hour, how far do you end up traveling?
I don't know. I'm not good at math. 2 hours.
Oh, for crying out loud.
In the continents?
What the No? It's like, isn't it like Alaska? I got it right. You see Alaska? New Jersey?
And if I ask some kids around here who was the first person to bloody make it to the North Pole, I don't think they'd have a bloody clue. The North Pole, well, was it Shackleton? I could ask some kids around here, Johnny, what the capital of Nigeria was, and they wouldn't have a clue. Nigeria? Oh, Jesus, Johnny, that's pitiful. Whereas you and I, Johnny, we know all that bloody stuff by heart. You know, they learn it about historic poetry or something, or has that got too many bloody, too many woke bloody passages in them that they can't be read out these days because they're racist or sexist or bloody whatever they are. Well, I do know who climbed Mount Everest, Johnny, first. It was bloody, no, what about the history of their country? I mean, just because they were slaves back in the day doesn't mean you fucking don't talk about anything back past 1860.
60 miles an hour, and you drive for 1 hour. How far do you travel?
A mile.
Yes. I'll give you this $1 if you can name one continent.
USA. Continent. I don't know.
Congratulations! 60 miles an hour, and you drive for 1 hour. How far do you travel?
1 mile.
Who fought in the Civil War?
Soldiers.
Who against who?
America and France.
Who fought in the Civil War?
I don't know that one. I don't know.
Take a guess. Who against who?
So,
You know this.
I don't.
Dig deep.
What do any of these things have to do with each other? Even in the best schools, a close examination of curriculum and its sequences turns up a lack of coherence and a host of internal contradictions. Fortunately, children have no words to define the panic and anger they feel at constant violations of natural order and sequence fobbed off on them as quality in education. The logic of the school mind is that it is better to leave school with a toolkit of superficial jargon derived from sociology, natural science and mathematics than one with genuine enthusiasm.
Can we overcome tyranny when the people are complacent? No.
But the mainstream media, Johnny? The mainstream media, huh? Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Many politicians, the mainstream media is dominated by individuals who adhere to an elitist ideology. The 20th century journalist Walter Lippmann epitomized this view, calling the masses the bewildered herd, and suggesting that one of the main functions of the media is to put this herd in its proper place as passive spectators, not active participants in the organization of a society. Or as Chomsky explains, this elitist ideology is built on the notion that the mass of the public are just too stupid to be able to understand things. If they try to participate in managing their own affairs, they're just going to cause trouble. Therefore, it would be immoral and improper to permit them to do this. We have to tame the bewildered herd, not allow the bewildered herd to rage and trample and destroy things.
Around how many?
30? I don't know.
Yes. You know what 33 divided by 3 is?
No. I don't know.
Give me a guess, a number, around what?
33 divided by 3?
Yeah.
I don't know. 5? No. I don't know.
Yes. Do you know what 7 plus 7 plus 7 is?
28. No, I'm bugging. 14 plus 7. I don't know.
Can you tell me what time this is?
So in summing up, Johnny, I think we are being dumbed down. I think we're being dumbed down, and whether it's a deliberate act or it's just sort of happening as a consequence of the way our modern thinking is going, I don't know, but we're bloody certainly being dumbed down, I reckon. Well, that's just bloody dandy.
I've waited longer for you than I've ever waited for any woman.
Let me alone.